community. Red Wolf Piping with you, enjoying a bowl of my favorite, Bayou Morning by Cornell and Deal. I do love this Perique. Here I got my Mr. Brogue Tabor, and this was a gift to me for Christmas last year. I really love it. It's a little brisk morning today. Woke up, the temperature said 54 degrees. Speaking of Mr. Brogue, I'm using a Ronson lighter with tamper tools. And this is my new to me smoking jacket. I guess I've gone a little on the classy side, but it's comfortable, and since it's a little chilly out, it's even nicer. Happy late Father's Day to everybody out there. I was a little busy with celebrating Father's Day over here. Of course, my dad, he done passed back in 1998, so I've not really celebrated Father's Day too much after that. But I do still honor him once in a while. He was 32 years in Airwork Corporation, which maintained and overhauled gas turbine aero engines. He started out originally in the Navy back in 1942 or 43 is when he was assigned to be in the military. He was in the Navy and he was in the Pacific Theater back in the Big War, WW2. I forgot what ship he was on, but I do remember that it was a carrier supply ship. And then I think he was over there for maybe 3 years. And then he was transferred back over here to New Jersey to work on aircraft engines. And then he stayed there after the war, and the airfield eventually became Airwork Corporation. The other plant was down in Florida, and these were the two largest plants for aircraft engine overhauling at the time. Dad and a couple other of the big guys over here at Airwork eventually got the famous Pratt & Whitney PT6 turboprop line started over here, and it became world renowned in overhauling of the turboprop engine. And they've had all sorts of different aero engines in. They've had JT9s, they had the smaller Garrett engines, and everything else in between. But Dad worked in the company for 32 years. He got his way up to chief inspector on the reassembly line, and every engine that was reassembled, he would have to thoroughly inspect it. And as it was put onto the aircraft, he would fly with the pilot to make sure the engine functioned properly. And then if it was functioned properly, he would sign off on it, and away the plane would go. Then in, what was it, 92 or 93, when it was Airwork UNC at the time, General Electric bought Airwork out, and Dad was one of the first ones to be let go, because at the time he was vice president of the Millville facility over here, And yeah, 32 years in the business, no pension, and no happy retirement. And for a long time, I was looking at actually following Dad's footsteps and becoming an aircraft engine mechanic, but the facility here in Millville has laid dormant since Worldwide Turbines had moved out of the place. I think back in 2015 it was, I believe. Um, Currently, after GE left the facility, it became Dallas Airmotive. And Dallas Airmotive originally started out doing heavy engine overhauling, like Airwork used to. But then they found out that it was too much for them. So they moved into a small hangar next door and did light engine repair. Then after that, they just up and left and went back to Dallas. And since then, the facility has changed hands a number of times, and now it lays dormant. Hopefully, one day, another aircraft engine corporation will come and revive the place, but we will see. And these lighters aren't exactly all that great, as you can see. I've filled this thing full capacity, and it still likes to act up. There we go, got a fire. But again, happy Father's Day to everyone out there in the YouTube pipe community and the furry community. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, I also am a furry. Despite all the things that you hear through the news and social media, being a furry is actually quite nice. There is nothing really bad about it. It's basically a hobby like Star Trek fans, Star Wars fans. It's a broader form of cosplay where instead of playing characters that are already copyrighted, you are essentially creating your own character out of your own personality and just running with the character that you create. And it can be any type of species, and mythical or realistic. I think today is going to be a pretty nice day. It's not very cloudy. It's broken clouds, I believe, at 6,000 feet, I would say. Pretty soon, though, you'll be seeing me do on-road videos when I get my vintage 1977 GMC motorhome out of the shop. For those that have never seen it, they are the unique front-wheel drive GMC motorhomes that were built between 1973 to 1978. The earlier ones had the 455, wherein middle 77, the 455 was stopped, and the 403 replaced it. They had two versions. They had the 23-foot trans mode, which was unique because it could be converted into whatever the buyer needed. And then the 26-footer was the standard motorhome version. Alright, Red Wolf Piping is out for the day.